Look at this big box. I really don't know if this guy's gonna whack me. Look at this, guys. I think I'm gonna do it. I think this is the next one we want to introduce. What do we got in there? He's peeing. You just peed all over the place. What is going on, my beautiful people? We have a lot to go over. Wow, that is really bright. Let's stop right here. That's much better. We have a lot to go over today because we just got back from an amazing reptile expo. If you guys don't know what a reptile expo is, it's a big convention center filled with a bunch of people and a bunch of reptiles and amphibians, arachnids, and all sorts of stuff that you could get your hands on. New pets for people. It was a really, really cool experience at the Daytona Breeders Expo. Saw some fans there. Really good time, but we have a huge box to show you guys, a huge box of animals rather to show you, and some new friends that are going to be brought to the new property. Today it's also Limbani's 6th birthday, so we're gonna have to head over to the zoo after doing this video and go celebrate with him. So we have a lot going on. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome to the channel. I am Landon Scherr. Usually we're working with all sorts of exotic animals, pythons and invasive stuff out here in the Florida Everglades. You never know what's going on. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But let's get into today's video. Let's go inside and see what we got from this expo. And so we are inside in the office that is a total disaster right now. Look at this beautiful fish tank. It is very nice, but it is so sad to see it sitting here empty. Hopefully getting the catfish in there soon. Like I said, guys, I will be naming the catfish and the lizards in this video. If you guys watched the last video, you would know that we needed to come up with some names, and today we're gonna need to come up with more names for these guys back here. But first, let me turn off this filter for the rescued turtle tank because it's kind of loud and I feel like it's messing up the audio. Okay, mucho better. Now we can't hear that. The turtles are all doing good. I'll do an update video on them. Tank is looking a little dirty, but that's also because we are moving, so I didn't want to have to clean this tank, make it all nice, and then have to break it down anyway. We're actually setting them up in a bigger enclosure, a bigger tank soon. This tank is going to be for some of our new friends to get started in, and then they are going into other crazy setups. But let's get into these animals because I want to show you what we got. Look at this big box of goodies. We've just got so much stuff. I don't know why they gave me an Amazon box. We'll take a peek in here kind of quickly. I can't really turn this thing. Oh, all right, guys, that's as much as you're getting for right now. We are gonna get these animals out one by one. I think we're gonna start, let's start with this guy here. So guys, I had not been to a reptile expo in a very long time, caught up with some old friends of mine, and made a lot of really cool new connections. Like I said in the last video, I am moving, which is why this is a mess here. The office is being all torn down. This is my office as a young boy. This has always been my little work area. Actually used to be my bedroom. My bed was there instead of this massive fish tank. But anyhow, we are moving, so these guys will need to be set up into new enclosures at the house, but this guy actually will not be coming to the new place because this I bought for one of my friends, Max Strong. He's a really close buddy of mine. He also works with exotic animals. But look at this beautiful snake, guys. I'm gonna turn on this desk light right here so you guys can see the colors a little bit better on him. Just a gorgeous emerald tree boa. Now he's not too big. He has a lot more to grow. This is what they'll look like when they're bigger, and this is what their teeth look like. And they actually have the largest teeth out of any non-venomous snake species. Like I said, he is a boa. He'll be up in the trees, coiled around branches just like this, waiting for a bird to come by, a rat, a lizard, basically anything that he thinks he can get that mouth around, and then he'll wrap it up, constrict it, and then down the hatch it goes. He'll work it down and sit on that till the next meal comes by. But just a beautiful snake. I was actually going to get him for myself, but my friend Max was really interested in him and he wasn't able to make it to the show. So I got this guy for him, and I actually picked up some other snakes that are quite similar to this guy. Okay guys, I think I'm going to do it. I think this is the next one we want to introduce. I was going to keep this one till a little bit later, but guys, egg yolk needs to come out to meet you. Look at this Beautiful girl. Hold on a second here. Look at this, guys. Oh my goodness. Hello, egg yolk. Hello, egg yolk. Welcome to your new home. Well, this isn't your new home. You're home with me now, but we've got to go to another place. Look at this big girl. Now, she is a Pac-Man frog, and that's about as big as she's gonna get. That's about one of the biggest Pac-Man frogs I have ever seen. I'm gonna try to get it to focus on her. Might zoom in a little bit. Look at you. You can see why they call her egg yolk, because look at that gorgeous yellow pattern on her. But we are not going to eat her like a normal egg yolk. No, she is going to be eating everything else. This big girl can take down a lot of different prey items, and just to see the power that they have, she looks like a big blob, like a fat, lazy blob, like Jabba the Hutt. If you guys have ever seen Star Wars and you've seen Jabba, I feel like they made Jabba after seeing a Pac-Man frog, because they are very similar, and all she does is sit around and eat and poop. Now, typically, this yellow morph wouldn't... Oh, she just jumped. Look at that big girl. I don't want you to get off onto my desk, so I think we're gonna twist you around here. This big girl probably wouldn't last in the wild, especially when she's small, because that yellow pattern just wouldn't help her to blend in, and well, she would get picked off by a larger predator pretty quickly. We don't lose you here, egg yolk. Such a great name, guys. That was given to her by the people who sold her to me. I had to get her. As soon as I saw her, I knew she was coming home with us. Walked around a little bit, ended up picking her up at the end. But let's get the next one out. I'm trying to move through these quickly because you guys are going to see all of these updated in the next videos. We got a twofer here, and look at this pretty boy. We've caught some here in the wild before, but this is... Hey, don't bite me. Don't be mean. You gonna be nice? I'll be nice to you. I'll be nice. There we go. Beautiful little boy. We've got a beautiful little boy right here with such high blacks already in his coloration. This is an Okatee corn snake. Now, I had one growing up. Just a beautiful snake as he gets older. When they're young, they don't have too much coloration, and then that pattern builds. Hey, it's okay. I know you're little and I'm big, and you're a little bit intimidated by me talking and me just pulling you out of your little enclosure. But he's got the really dark blotches, and when he's older, he's going to look something like this. Now, we also, I did say it was a twofer. This is the boy right here. Now, this girl... she's not as big, doesn't have as much color because of her size yet. It's going to be so cool to see just how big they get and how their patterns change, because these guys have a lot to grow. And you can see they start out as more of this grayish color down here, and then they get more oranges. Like that orange that you see right there, that fiery color, is going to spread all throughout her body. So we've got this big boy here. And then we've got this girl here. Now, hopefully they'll be boyfriend and girlfriend one day, but they've got a lot of growing to do before that. And maybe they'll make some babies and have something just like this in the near future after these guys get a little bit bigger, and you'll become a mama and you'll become a daddy. But we'll just have to see. You guys, if you haven't followed the channel yet, if you guys are new here, again, trying to keep this fast-paced, trying to keep this interesting. If you guys have questions or things that you want to see more of each of these guys, let me know, because we are just going to be pumping out videos on all their new setups and updating you guys frequently on how they are doing. Now, the next gorgeous friend that we have here, we're going to try to open this. I'm going to try to open this up here. Can we take a look? Hold on. Oh. What do we got in there? They seem pretty comfortable with people already. All of this stuff is captive bred, which means none of this stuff is being taken out of the wild to then be in the possession of humans. That's my snakes that I got, my amphibians, and the other people's at the show. That is really the way to do it. There's so many amazing, successful breeders of different species here in the US. And I mean, just look at the colors on this girl, especially getting her in the light like this. I'm just looking through the viewfinder here, and now I'm looking back at you. Now this is a green tree python, and we've got a girl, and we might have got a little boyfriend for her too. I'm gonna bring him out towards the end. But look at the colors on her. They spend their time in the trees as well, and this is what I was saying. I wanted to get an emerald tree boa, but after I saw this girl and her boyfriend, I was like, I need to get those guys. She will turn basically fully green as she gets older. She'll lose a lot of this yellow coloration. She's already getting really green on her head. Just look how amazing this snake looks. Right when I saw her, just like Egg Yolk, I knew she had to come home with us because you guys would just enjoy seeing her. She is posted up in typical green tree python fashion. Just an amazing snake. So she's kind of attached to my hand, but I'm gonna see if she wants to coil up on here. There you go, girl. We have this temporary setup for her just so that she can fully stretch out. Now we do need a name for that beautiful girl. We didn't need one for Egg Yolk because that's already an amazing name. We're gonna keep that name. We didn't need one for the emerald tree boa because that's going to my friend. He's gonna name that one. But we do need a name for the boy Okatee corn snake, the girl Okatee corn snake, the girl green tree python, and now whatever is inside of this little sauce container. Now I wish they gave me this guy in a container that was a little bit larger, but he doesn't move around too much, kind of like Egg Yolk, because they're kind of similar. And this little guy who fits between my fingertips right now in this little to-go sauce container is going to end up being bigger than Egg Yolk. He's actually gonna get about this big. And so we've got to come up with a great name for him. He is a giant pixie frog. As you guys probably know, amphibians need to stay moist and usually prefer moss in their habitat or something of that nature, or water like a salamander. Oh, he's peeing on me. He's peeing. He's peeing. You just peed all over the place. That is a big pee for a little dude. What the heck? Maybe we don't need to hold you. Has some beautiful patterns on him. I don't know if you guys can see this, but take a look at this guy for a second. He is gorgeous as well. All of these guys are so beautiful in their own ways, which is part of the attraction for me to them. But I honestly love everything. When I went to this expo and there was tables full of everything you could imagine, all sorts of reptiles, amphibians, arachnids, all sorts of stuff. I didn't really know what to get my hands on for you guys and what to bring home for you. Now, the next little guys that we got are very special to me. We're just gonna make a tower here. We're just gonna stack them all up and probably do all these basically at once. But we have got 3 different types of dart frogs here. And in this container, we actually have 3. 2 orange and yellow ones in here. Look at that. The colors on these things are just out of this world. We also have these emerald turquoise colored ones here with these amazing black markings. It's kind of hard to see through the plastic, but if I open these up, there's going to be frogs everywhere, and that would not be good. I want to get another shot of these guys. Got a little bit more light on them now, and you can really see what I was talking about. These might be my favorites of the group because I love their colors, but it is just so hard to pick a favorite, which is why I ended up getting the 3 different types. I mean, look at these guys. It is so hard to show these guys off in the way that I would like them to when they're in these containers, because you can't really, with the glare and just the lighting and everything, it is so hard to show how beautiful these guys really are. But what I'm gonna do is set them up temporarily in that tank right there. We've got to clean it out, shift the turtles into a new bigger enclosure because these guys are getting big. I'm gonna put some dividers into the tank so that each type of frog stays within their little groups, and then we will be able to show them off a little bit better, but the goal is to set up little Exoterra or Zoomed habitats like this with little waterfalls. I'm actually, on Thursday, I have a pretty big surprise for you guys. One of these guys, maybe the blue ones, are gonna go into an insane habitat. You guys will just have to stay tuned for that, but they will all be in little slices of the jungle. That is my goal for these dart frogs. Now, I don't even know if I said these are dart frogs yet because I'm lost in the train of thought with all the different species here. These are bumblebee dart frogs, which are obviously that yellowish orange color is how they get their name. Then we have the El Cope, which are these turquoise beauties. And then we just have the blue poison dart frog. Now, a lot of people think that these guys have a poison and you can't keep them in captivity, but that is believed to come from their diet in the wild, maybe from eating different types of ants with poison and they excrete it through their skin. Here in captivity, we're feeding them flightless fruit flies and different insects of that nature, so they will not have any poison. I will be safe. Everyone around will be safe. And these guys will hopefully also be making some babies soon to show on the channel. So for you guys and myself to be able to experience that and enjoy it, I cannot wait. And lastly, guys, I really don't know if this guy's gonna whack me because he kind of wanted to bite me last night. But I did mention that we had a boyfriend for our girl back there. Ooh, big boy. This guy is significantly larger than the girl that we brought out earlier. Similar colors, but also a lot of differences in the pattern. Look at that. Trying to get the lighting right, and I think it's a little bit better there. Oh, it's okay. I don't want to freak you out. He's being really funny. Smelling my arm, smelling the heat on my arm like, is this a big old rat? Is this a big rat for me to eat? I know. Again, a species that I've always wanted to keep when I was younger and I never had the chance to. I used to have so many different snakes and lizards of my own. Then I got into camera equipment and had to unfortunately let go of a lot of my collection because I needed money to buy camera equipment. Worked for other people doing all sorts of video work, worked for other YouTubers, and was like, well, why don't I just do this thing myself? And now that I am moving, I finally have the appropriate space to house these guys. I've had some snakes you guys have seen in the past, but I really, keeping them outside, my mom didn't want me to have them inside. If I can't really spend time with them and see them all the time, then what's the point of really owning them and being able to enjoy them and being able to show them off like this? I want them in my office to be able to show you guys. But again, these green tree pythons can make some amazing pets, and hopefully they have some babies soon. If you guys want more information on them, you guys have to stick around for some of the next videos. But before we wrap things up here and go hang out with Limbani for his 6th birthday, we have to announce the names for the animals in the last video because you guys commented and we have picked the names over here. So let me get the list right now. So I have the list of names here on my phone, and thank you guys again for all of the suggestions. You guys came up with some amazing names, and the first one that we're going to shout out is this comment right here. We are naming the big girl red-tail boa Ruby. Obviously, brilliant colored red stones, rubies, red-tail boa. You gotta name her Ruby. That was a great name suggestion, so thank you for that. The next one on the list, Spike the rhino iguana. He's gonna get some big spikes on his nose, so why not name the boy Spike? We're also probably getting him a girlfriend soon, so think of a name for her. Now the girl Lewisii iguana, I looked at some of the name suggestions, but then I watched Avatar, the movie, and that's with the blue people. They look like this, and the girl's name in that movie is Neytiri. I thought that was a really pretty name, and the blue color of the Lewisii iguana with the blue color of the Avatar people. Again, it's like Ruby the red-tailed boa. You kind of got to do it. So Neytiri is the name of our blue, beautiful Lewisii iguana girl. And lastly, the name that we needed to pick for our tiger shovel-nosed catfish. We've got to go with Tigger, the tiger shovel-nosed catfish. I mean, again, such a good name, guys. I don't know if this is supposed to be Tiger or Tigger, but I'm gonna go with Tigger from that suggestion. So thank you guys so much for these name suggestions. We're gonna be getting more stuff soon, so there'll be more animals to name. Follow along with the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was mainly just sitting here at my desk. The next videos will be more so at the zoo, maybe a birthday party video with Limbani, maybe something else with one of the other animals, maybe something moving into the house. You guys are just gonna have to find out. I have so much going on right now, but staying busy is also really good. So thank you guys for keeping me busy. Thank you guys for all the support. I will see you guys next time. Have a beautiful day. Peace.